Hey everybody. Alright, so we're back out here with the tire machines again. I am doing the other two tires. In the last video I had just done obviously two tires on the Mustang, and that's when I was kind of having whatever the issue was with the wheel balancer. And I believe it was just user error, because when I did the calibration you're supposed to use a steel wheel, which I did. And I used one that was a 15-inch, which they say, and they say 6 to 7 inch. I used a 7.5. But anyways, the machine also has, let me flip it on real quick here, which I totally forgot about, because when we were doing the video it was first time for me, just like for you guys. So there's a steel wheel setting. I don't know what the mod is. I'll have to look up on the instructions. But then there's aluminum 1, aluminum 2, and aluminum 3. Well, these wheels on the Mustang are aluminum wheels, and I still had it set on steel wheels. So after I finished up the last video, before I put the last tire on the car, I went ahead and looked over everything again and realized that that's probably what I did. So I put it to aluminum and it balanced right out. So I took the other tire off and redid it. So now I got my two new tires on the last two wheels. So let's go ahead and try that and see what happens. Again, it's the distance to the tire, so let's do that. Right to the inside of the wheel. And that's about 80. I don't know if that's showing up on there. So come over here, hit that till it changes. There's 78, 79, there's 80, and then the next one is the width of the wheel. So let me get the handy caliper out here, and this one I don't know if I'm going to be able to do and hold the camera, so I may have to come back. Let me see here. Maybe, if you don't mind some really bad camera work. Alright, so that's on the inside there, and 7.5. So let's set this guy up to 7.5. Six, 6.5, 7, 7.5. And then the wheel diameter is 15-inch, which is where we're at. So let's go ahead and hit start and see what we get. After my big old dial caliper fell on the ground. Alright, so it says 1.5 on the outside and 0.50 on the inside. And again, you just rotate the tire until you get the lights to be a full bar, one at a time. There's that one. Let me turn this off. I'm going to clean that rim and go ahead and put some weights on it. Oh, that was something else I wanted to mention. I'm not real happy with these weights. These are the old ones that came off the tires, and I actually reused when I did those original tires in the last video. I wound up using one or two of these and then a couple of these as well. So I'm going to say my suggestion would be probably to get these. Again, that's just my experience. These don't seem like they were sticking very well. A couple of them did, a couple of them didn't. Maybe it was my prep, I don't know. But I feel more comfortable with these, so I think what I'm going to wind up doing is probably just ordering some of these guys and using them. Anyways, let me get those on, and I'll turn this back on and we'll check it and see where we're at. Alright, so I got the wheel weights on. That one side here was 150, so I got 1.0 and a 0.05. I put them as close as I could, so hopefully that'll work. And you know what? I just remembered I did the exact same thing I did in the last video. I didn't set it to aluminum 1. So I may have just messed up the whole thing. Let me peel these weights off and come back one more time. That's the joy of getting a new machine and learning how it works. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got the wheel weights off. So let's start all over here. So, aluminum 1, And then we had on the distance was 80, I believe. So there's 80. And then on the width of the rim, we had 7.5. There's 7.5, and then a 15-inch rim. So we're good there. All right, let's hit start and see what happens. And it even says go aluminum on it. Okay. Again, you guys are watching this just as I'm learning to use these darn things. So, alright, so 1.75 and a half on the outside. Alright, so let me put these on and then I'm going to turn it back on. I think we got everything right this time. Hopefully it doesn't make a liar out of me, and let's see what we get when we fire it back up. Be right back. Alright, so we got the weights on there. Let's hit start again and see what we get. So it still says we're off 0.75. Let's see where we're off. So right there, directly across from the weights that we put on. Alright, let me put another 0.75 on here. Again, hopefully this ain't going to make a liar out of me, but let's see what happens. I'll be right back with you. Alright, so I got 0.75 on both sides. Let's hit start, see what happens this time. And there we go. 0 and 0, so we should be good. Alright, so, like I said, the joys of learning a new machine. Obviously that was the problem. I did calibrate it correctly. I hit the steel wheel part, input all the other data correctly to do the setup, but when I switched over to trying to do my Mustang tires, which are aluminum, I forgot to hit the aluminum setting before I did the rest of the stuff. So that's all it is. It's not that the machine is weird or any problems with the machine. It's user error. Like I said, the joys of getting a new machine and figuring it out. Alright, so definitely happy with both machines. Like I said in the last video, the tire changer is amazing. If you didn't watch the video, go watch that. It thing works great. And now this Mayflower wheel balancer. Alright, so my battery had gone dead. As you can see, I got another tire there for a buddy's project. So what I was saying was very happy with the Mayflower wheel balancer now. Again, my battery went dead, so we're trying to piece this back together. But very happy with the Mayflower, both machines. I actually, since the battery went dead, I had it on the charger. Hadn't been in the garage for a couple of days, so it actually was good. It gave me a chance to kind of drive the Mustang around, get it out on the interstate, and it did a good job. I mean, I didn't feel any vibrating, nothing, so I think the tires are actually balanced very well. So, again, thumbs up on this machine as well. Overall, very, very happy with the purchase. So we'll see longevity. I hope they last for a long, long time, but again, I may do another video in the future after, 50 tires or 100 tires or something. Let you know how the machines are holding up, if they're still holding up, if I had any issues, whatever the case may be. But appreciate you guys watching. Again, hope it was helpful, and please subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.